Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Jean, and today we're going to be talking about this year's guaranteed best Christmas stocking stuffer, the Google Pixel Buds Pro. So when I thought about getting the Google Pixel Buds Pro, the first thing that hit my mind was, I'm not really sure about these things, but I am happy to say that I was so wrong. These things are that good. I mean, you can even stop the video right now, but don't. But these things are actually that good. And here's why I think they're actually awesome. These things come with very good ANC. So good that one day I was standing by the bus stop with planes going over my head, and I put these things in, turned on the ANC, and I swear to God, I could barely hear the planes. They at max sounded like waves crashing on the beach, but not like these hard, stormy waves. These things were just like smooth, like a quiet. If I could do the best impression, that would be it. But the ANC is really good. I'm coming from the Jabra Elite 65T, I believe, and these ones surpass it in many ways. Well, technically, the other ones barely had any ANC. When you look back at the previous generations of the Pixel Buds, even just the last ones, the Pixel Buds A series, which were a much better refined version of what the previous models were. Now, this one, it's Google trying to hang with the big boys. This thing actually gets up there, I think. When I say that, here's what I mean. These things come with much improved sound quality. The audio in these things, especially when you're like listening to music or a podcast, I think a podcast is the best way to describe it. The sound is just clear and crisp. Now, granted, these things do not get loud. I seriously have to turn these things up to 100% just to get like regular hearing levels that I'm used to with my regular headphones. I mean, okay, that is not a good thing, but even when they're at that level, you don't hear any distortion, any noise coming through. The audio is actually clean and crisp. I can't even say anything bad about the sound quality of these things. I mean, they're just that good. Now, aside from the great quality sound you're going to get from these buds, another thing you're going to get is a longer battery life. These are expected to go up to like even more than 7 hours. I have used this and I have surpassed what even Google expects out of these earbuds. I'm basically just always listening to music and podcasts, and I tend to do so on my very long commutes, not so much nowadays. But these things never disappointed me in terms of battery. I would charge them, say, in the morning, go on like a 2 hour commute, get to work, and still pop them in. I mean, who doesn't listen to music while they're at work when you're like on the computer? I mean, what else are you going to do? Anyway, so then work all the way like 8 hour shift, then get on another commute 2 hours back home, and I still have so much battery left to the point where I don't charge them overnight. I keep going to the next day, and I charge them pretty much towards the end of the second day. And that's pretty much been my life with these buds so far. But when I first got them, here's the little the little snag that I hit when I first got these earbuds. When you pop them open, that sound is so satisfactory. I mean, that click, it just it makes me so happy. But I feel like I need more of a lip to get these things out. I've only just mastered how to get them out without any issues. But before, I used to have to like fight with these things, especially when I'm using my left hand. I always used to like struggle to get them out. But now I've pretty much nailed it to like one smooth movement. I have to sort of have it at this angle in order to get it out. But you'll be happy to know the magnets are genius. Watch. I mean, you could do this like forever. This, honest, I think if you try to like, still they don't come out. That's how good the magnets are in this thing. Now, even if you choose to ignore all the good battery life, the great ANC, the beautiful sound quality that is just way better than the previous series, these things now have multi-point. And for, I don't know if anyone who is coming from, previous older models of headphones that maybe you're not sure about, these things, you can actually connect them to your phone or maybe to your watch, and then connect them to another computer, and then you can just easily switch between one device to the next without having to go through the whole connecting, don't have to go through all the settings thing. When I first did it, it was my first time doing it. It was cool. I may sound like, a newbie at all these things, but I am technically. It's my first time getting headphones that have multi-point connectivity. But I connect them to my phone, and then I say need to watch something on YouTube on my laptop. I just have to pause the music on my phone and then just switch directly to my laptop. And there's no having to dig into settings whatsoever. You connect it one time, and they're connected flat out the rest of the time. If you don't have headphones that have multi-point, take it from someone who's been having to deal with a whole settings thing every time I have to switch devices. I'm happy. I'm a happy customer. You could be too if you got these. Now, another thing I have noticed that a lot of people are talking about when it comes to this is that they don't feel the transparency mode is quite, it doesn't go up to par with, like, say, the AirPods Pro. These ones, I believe, are actually decent. I usually don't use transparency mode. If I want to hear my surroundings, I'm more accustomed to taking out one earbud and keeping it in the case. I always feel like it sounds weird for me to be in the zone, listen to something while also hear my background, which is basically the point of transparency mode. And well, I know, for example, like for myself, who I commute a lot, which means I have to walk, I have to take buses and stuff. So you have to be aware of your surroundings, and you can't just walk across the street without paying attention, because you can't hear like a car coming. And I get the benefits of that. But in my case, if I have to be aware of my surroundings, or if I have to communicate with someone else, I just prefer to take one out and put it back in the case. And doesn't that solve everyone's problem? Just saying. Best thing about these is that they connect really well if you use a Pixel phone. I use the Pixel 7, which is what I'm filming on right now. But there is something I really like about having, interconnectivity with, when you're in the same ecosystem. And I feel like I'm that close to getting, the full experience. I still pray, I'm praying to the gods that we know when they release the tablet, it's also like really good. I'm not liking the look of the bezels, in the promos that they're doing, but I think this is a great accessory if you're using Google Pixel products. But the good thing is that they connect to pretty much any other phone, so you can still use them. They work great. I can honestly say that these are a very good purchase. So if you have someone who has been using their headphones for like a very long time, and they're worn out, this is a really good present. Get it in the stocking stuffer. These things are small, light, well, not light-ish, but they're easy to carry around. And the fact that they have multi-point now, they are much better sound quality, good ANC, decent transparency mode. But this is one of the purchases I don't think I will ever regret making. These things are sweet. So there you have it, guys. That is why I think this is the best Christmas stocking stuffer for anyone who is a Google lover, Pixel lover, anyone with an Android device. Actually, this is, I think, the best little gift you can give someone. If 150 is not too bad for you, might be bad for someone else, but this is really good. So if you like what I had to say about these little buds, and you maybe have some other ideas of what you think is like a cute little Christmas stocking stuffer for your friends and your family, please leave it down in the comments. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.